The Rosh Yeshiva have asked me tonight, as a Menal in Stott, and as someone who has been very involved in helping formulate the Takonis for the Mostes of Lakewood, to just say a few words. Several months ago, there were 3 Gedolei Yisrael here in America that have decided that it's very important that all Lakewood Mostes get together and implement Hakonis to safeguard our children from the terrible dangers of the internet. We all know the stories. The internet has destroyed lives of so many individuals and families. But the most painful danger, the greatest tragedies, are those that involve children, a Yiddische Kinderlich. It's a real danger. I wasn't aware of it myself. I look at myself as a Menal who has his finger on the pulse. But to my great surprise and shock, there's a lot that I did not know about until a few months ago. And as we have researched this more and more, we find out that it's a crisis. As I mentioned by the Asifa for the men, if in one class in Lakewood, a Rebbe was able to get 9 children in the class to admit that they broke through the password that the parents had on the internet, and they said that the parents have no idea that they know about it, and 8 of them said that they have seen absolutely terrible things on the internet. Possibly their lives are destroyed forever. Hashem Yirachem. If it could happen to 8-9 boys in a class of 11-year-olds, then you could imagine, looking at the Stott Lakewood as a whole, what's really going on, and it is going on. The first grade Rebbe just told me that 2 boys in a first grade told him that their older brothers get onto the computer, they turn the computer into the internet, and the parents don't really have internet access, but children know how to do that. And these first graders are watching terrible things together with their older brothers. But the greatest danger that we face now is ignorance. Parents generally feel that the children are optimistic, fine Yiddische Kinderlich, and they're right. They are optimistic, fine Yiddische Kinderlich, but they're curious. Most children are curious. That's the way they're supposed to be. And then with one click of the mouse, a world of horror is opened to these children. We have to be aware of that. We have to become more knowledgeable. A few months ago, I didn't know about this either. But Ma'asim B'chol Yom are coming in about children who take a regular Palm Pilot. Everybody knows what a Palm Pilot is. And now by taking a regular Palm Pilot, if it's a more recent model, they take a little card called a Wi-Fi card, and they put the Wi-Fi card into the regular Palm Pilot, and they have access to the internet, and it's unfiltered. I didn't know about it, and I'm sure most of you don't know about it, but the children do, and we have researched it and spoken to many, many children, Bochrim. They know a tremendous amount. They're brought up in this technology-saturated environment of today. And they know, they pick it all up. A technician told me, and I found out later on that this is not an uncommon occurrence in Lakewood. He was called by a client, and he said he's seeing terrible things on his computer. He doesn't have internet access. And the technician went to the house, looked at the computer, and looked behind the computer and saw that there was a little Wi-Fi adapter. I don't have one with me, but it's around the size of this pen cover. And he pulls it out from the back, and he tells the person that your tzaddik knows about the Wi-Fi adapter. He put it in, and he's been on the internet in terrible places. This is not an uncommon occurrence, and it's with the regular, healthy, fine, edel children. Not children that are looking for trouble, but they're curious. You have to become knowledgeable. Choshev mothers. As a Minal, being involved with parents for many years, I feel that it's very, very often the mothers who are more involved with the day-to-day or minute-to-minute dealings with the children. It's the mothers that are more in tune to what the children are really up to, where they're really holding in life. It's the mothers very often that are just more practical and know how to protect their children. But if you don't know what could possibly happen, how could our choshev mothers protect our children? Therefore, I appeal to you, as uncomfortable as it is, to take this very seriously and to become knowledgeable. The three Gedolim that have made this decision to implement the Takonos, Rabbi Yosef Rosenblum Shlita, the Shmuel Kamenetsky Shlita, and the Mashgiach Shlita, they're the ones who shoulder the burden of a lot that goes on in Klal Yisrael, in Lakewood, in North America in general. They feel the pain. They're very, very aware of all the tragedies. And because of this, they came out with a very, very important psak, that a child who has any type of access to internet is a danger for his classmates. And what's behind these takonos is not trying to be machbid on the olam. What's behind these takonos is the ava that they have for every child. And they made that decision that a child that has access to internet in any form or fashion, besides endangering his own life, is endangering the lives of his friends and classmates. And that's why these important safeguards were implemented. The Eibush is a hofen that the Hisoyrus that is going on in Lakewood towards Kedushas Yisrael should be a zechus for all of us to be zoiche to a Gemara Chasina Toiva.